Hi everybody, so I want to introduce you to our Paint Your Worries Away kit. You can buy the cards individually or you can buy it as a creative gift pack. It comes in a large white box wrapped with our logo on. This one's it's like the demo box, so it's got a lot of use already. You get a bear in this one. So this is our bear. He hasn't got a name because we want the children to connect to him. So this is Name Your Bear. This is your little bear. You can tell it your worries, your thoughts, or your wishes. It's here to help you feel a little bit calmer and braver. Keep it close on big days, quiet moments, or when you need comfort. So that is a transition object which helps children feel secure. Some children may already have a bear that they're attached to, and this may not be their first choice. So it's okay. He's not going to get offended, but he is there to help them work through any anxieties that they've got, and it might just be a fresh start with this kit. But yes, I hope that he is very useful for children. So in our kits, when it's a full creative kit, you get the bear, you get this little grounding stone. So we hand stamp all of our pouches. So this one is I Can Take a Moment, and it comes with a little smooth stone. They're all vary slightly in texture and colour and shape, but they're all picked with the idea of them being small enough to go into a little person's hand, and we paint a heart on each one. And then they come with a card that's relevant to the kit. So this one is My Brave Stone. This is your brave stone. You can hold it when you're feeling nervous, unsure, or a little wobbly. It's here to remind you that you can try, you are strong, and you are enough. So the idea is that the children can take that around with them. It's in their pocket, and if they start doing something that they feel a little bit wobbly or shaky on, then it's there just to remind them, take a moment, take a breath, and relax their nervous system before they start that moment or after a tricky moment. So in the Paint Your Worries Away kit, we use these Giotto, I hope I've said that right, paints. They're really highly pigmented. In fact, they're just, I can show you them. They just come out really well. My daughter prefers felt tips, so she doesn't paint as much. But, oh yeah, that's a nice one. Look at those colours. So they're really smooth and really easy. And our sketchbooks are really high quality paper so that they really take up the paint but don't go too soggy and seep through to the next one. So yes, they have a paintbrush in, but we always include an extra because, you know, we're artists. You've got to have something in both hands. If a child is feeling overwhelmed with their feelings, we encourage you to start with the pencil and not overwhelm them too much with the colours. But you can gauge how your child's feeling, and all of our kits are designed to have a little bit of tricky feeling prompts and a little bit of positivity as well. So we want them to get a balance, and it might be that you choose the cards to balance that out at the beginning of each activity. So all the cards live in this bag here, and again, hand stamped, My Feelings, My Way. So let's show you the cards. So you get a sleeve that you can keep them contained with. Every single kit comes with a hold in the space. So what do we say to our children? How do we help them? Well, these are not therapeutic kits. What we're asking you to do as adults is sit beside them in their feelings, and sometimes that means pausing, and sometimes that just means gentle acknowledgement. Thank you for sharing that feeling with me. So we give some guidance, because I know that when I first started working with my daughter doing the kits, having had designed them, I was like, oh, what am I going to say? So yeah, well, I learned that by needing it myself. So all of the kits have a instruction card in them. This one is a little bit different to some of our others. It doesn't have a parent and child because it's quite a light touch kit. It's not something that any child and any parent could benefit from it. It's not as sort of emotionally triggering. Well, I don't think it is for children, but I'm not a therapist, but you can decide. I'll show you. So we use affirmation cards because affirmation cards are scientifically proven to make positive connections within our brain. However, they need to be believable for a child. So just having affirmations means that they might not believe it. So my daughter wouldn't believe that. She thinks I'm not an artist. Whereas I'd argue that anyone can be an artist at any stage in their life, because it's not about necessarily how the end product comes out. I am calm, I am creative. So these are the affirmation cards that children can go through. They're very gentle, calming, and a lot of people say how beautiful they are, which is very nice. And then what we use is prompts. So this is where we want to transform the affirmation cards into something believable for children, and we use creative expression. So creative expression can be paints, it can be pens, it can be for the older children, this range is quite nice. It can be sculpture, abstract art, photography. So you know, what are you feeling today? Go and photograph the colours that you feel. What are you feeling today? Can you make a sculpture that shows it? So you can think outside of the box with these, especially for older children. Paint a place where you feel calm. Paint a memory that makes you smile. So this is the positive side of things that we're encouraging you to think about as well. Paint something that you're proud of, and it goes on. So my daughter, I think that was paint someone you love. I'm not sure. I don't think that was in this kit. It was in another one. But, you know, these are the kind of things that come out. And a lot of children will find it easier to paint a feeling or respond to a gentle prompt than if they're put on the spot with questions from us. So that's why we do what we do. We've got loads of kits. It's an ever-growing resource library for people. We sell to schools, we work with hospitals, and we work with parents. We've got a lot more things that we want to design in the future, but we're a very new business, and at the minute we just need some time to grow a little bit more. But if anyone has a child that is struggling and you're not quite sure which kit to choose, then reach out to me, and I will have a look through and guide you as to what I think is right, because at the end of the day, the children are at the heart here, and that's what we care about. Thank you.